Linus. So you've done two movies before this. I mean, and I said in the introduction that actually I thought they were actually more sort of like futuristic, and I just wondered if this was, in your own mind, a bit futuristic, because it does have that sort of like, you know, day after tomorrow vibe in a way.
With a young man?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Well, I guess you could call it futuristic. For me, it's always more of a parallel or a comment on the present. And I didn't throw in any technological, you know, science fiction material or whatever. It is what we have, just in a different shape. But if you want to, you can call it futuristic.
No, but I mean, the reason I say that is because, you know, because the lead actor, Adam, he's very sort of like, well, I don't want to say robotic, but I mean, it's that, isn't it? It's all very sort of like, very measured. It's very, how he acts is very dehumanized in a way.
It's true, but it's already here. Like, I have a friend who's in informatics, and I stole a lot from him, like as a character. Not the murder part, but you know. But and he lives like that. Like when I'm hanging out with him, we're always at his place, and 3 times a day the doorbell rings, and it's the delivery boy bringing something, food, or you know, something from Amazon or whatever. And I mean, he's not robotic, but you can see this is on our way to some kind of weird new isolation that doesn't feel like isolation anymore. You know, because you are connected to the world, but you don't have to go out. And I find that interesting, what it does to people. Yeah.
So are you anti-technology then, the way it's going? Or do you, I mean, we all use it. I mean, we hate it all. We all say we do, but we still rely on it. So is that what you see?
No, I'm not anti-technology at all. No, I hate it, as you said, because it gets on my nerves, and when my phone rings, I get angry. But no, I'm not at all against this progression in technology. I think it's a blessing, you know, like the world has never been so accessible and so small in a way. On the other hand, it always comes with a price. There's no denying that the internet and everything that it brought with it is genius and has made us all come together. But also, you know, it will go through all the children diseases every new technology and every new generation comes with. Was that a real sentence?
I mean, it gears around a quite horrendous murder. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this is, you know, what, you know. Are people expecting that? Or do you think it's sort of like, that's why you purposely did it, to really shock the complacency as they're watching?
I hope that it doesn't really matter if people expect it or not, as long as they follow the character. This is the important part for me. Because I was told actually in Munich, oh, you should put a trigger warning on that poster or something, because the film can be very disturbing for people, especially if they have been sexually assaulted or whatever. And I thought about that, and maybe they are even right. You know, I think it wouldn't even take away too much from the film, because still you spend 45 minutes with the character, empathizing with him, getting very close to him, and I don't think that, even if you know, and at the beginning of the film, the character, the Amanda Plummer character who is investigating the case, basically already says, I don't believe you, you have something to do with the disappearance and murder of that girl. And there are only a couple of characters in the film, so it's very likely that this guy will have something to do with that murder. And I think it's okay, as long as you still follow the character. Yeah.
And let's talk about the lead character. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get the name wrong again. Adam Rohweder. I always say
it's Danish, you know.
Well, oh yes.
Why would you?
I mean, he's the perfect part.
Thank you.
Isn't he? Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's almost he's unreadable. He's sort of like blank. And you don't know what he's thinking at any time, and you just wonder what the hell is going through his mind. I mean, it's just so brilliant. I mean, how did you get that from him?
It's not that I asked him for that specifically. It's more that this is what he brought to the table. I had the character in my head. Of course, it's inspired by friends of mine, actually stuff that I also observed about myself. And so I knew that however he would play the character, it would have to come from him, and not from my idea of a character so-and-so. So I asked him, how can you relate to that character in the book? And he says, like, I cannot relate to it as Adam, but I can find a side of myself that can imagine being that guy, and I can imagine acting and doing whatever he does. And this is basically what he came up with. We did a lot of readings, but we didn't have so much time for a rehearsal, so we met a couple of times, we read the script, and we went through the scenes with Paulina and Adam, the lead actress. And I always liked what he brought to the table, because I think it's authentic.